This daily market update has been brought to you by Daily Wealth Report. Trading involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for you. Past performance is no guarantee or reliable indication of future results. All advice and education content is of the nature of general information only and must not in any way be construed or relied upon as legal, financial, or personal advice. Good morning, traders and investors. It is Wednesday, the 20th of June, and the relief rally continues in Europe and the US. We've seen the FTSE index closing up 95 points or 1.7% overnight. As we can see here, that's a continuation of a short-term trend. We're now testing the 50-period moving average, so there's an attempt now to change the medium-term trend. The German DAX has gained 115 points or 1.8%. It too is in a very similar movement, though it hasn't reached its 50-period moving average yet and hasn't breached its previous short-term high. So we're not seeing as much of a change on a trend basis. The French CAC 40 was up 51 points or 1.7%. It is at its 50-period moving average and just playing around at its previous short-term highs. So we'll see if there's going to be any follow-through in the market activity over the next couple of sessions. Heading into the US, the Dow Jones had closed up 95 points or 0.7%, and that's hasn't closed near its highs. It was a bit of a shadow. It had pulled back through the afternoon session, so the strength of buys there isn't as strong. We'll need to see further buying activity here. We've got a potential change in trend occurring. We need a little bit more evidence of that just at the moment. In the Nasdaq market, it closed 34 points up, and that is 1.2%, so it's quite a strong break, as we can see there. It's gapped up, buyers have pushed through, it's testing its 50-period moving average. And finally, on the S&P 500 index, it closed up 13 points or 0.98%, just short of 1% there, and that too is showing a very similar story. That did send the VIX index down early in the session, but it did rally back up through the remainder of the day, and it actually closed 6 cents up or 0.3%. Maybe the fear in the markets hasn't eased as much, and we see the investors have pulled the VIX back up. It's a bit of a pre-warning maybe that ahead of the FOMC meeting that's occurring tonight and tomorrow. Okay, now a little closer to home, the ASX 200 was able to slip slightly to 16 points. It did slip down below what we had defined as our resistance level. It does have a shadow on the bottom of the candlestick, which denotes that the buyers had come back through the later parts of the session. It closed at 4120. The SPY is steady today, so there is no real indication of what the markets might do on the opening bell. We're seeing if this is just going to hold these levels here, if we're going to garner any more buyer activity and confirm the breakout that had occurred on Monday. Well, that is the summary for today. Heading into the market open, we're not looking for big movements on the opening bell. We'll wait to see what happens through the early part of the session and then take our benchmark from there. Well, thank you for tuning in today. We look forward to giving you an update again tomorrow.